FFIE, Faraday Future. I've just had a question from an investor to asking me a specific question on Faraday Future. So I'm going to do an analysis on the stock and give you the reason why I think this stock probably won't return you any money. Please do watch to the end. It doesn't matter to me whether you up like, down like. If you click the down like button, the only thing that happens is you won't see this information anymore. It doesn't bother me in the slightest, doesn't harm my channel at all, but you won't know the facts behind the business. You'll only get to hear from those of you, from those channels that tell you everything is great. And now on with the video, should that interest you at all and you're interested in the actual numbers. But if we look at FFIE, it's 51 cents. In my humble opinion, it's going absolutely 100% to zero. Gamestop has actual real money, even though it's got no business, doesn't do anything. GameStop has just been ruined by Roaring Kitty. There's just no point to it. It's just a joke, whatever. Like Bed Bath & Beyond. There are still people buying Bed Bath & Beyond, even though the buildings shut up. People still buy it. It's going through administration, so you can still trade it. It's crazy, right? But it happens. GameStop, has no real business, but it's got some cash until it runs out. Now they've got more cash taken from the retail investors, so it can go a bit longer. But Faraday Future has got nothing. I keep hearing people tell me that they're selling all these cars, handfuls, and they get all excited about that. Omar keeps getting really excited about the handful of cars it's selling. It's irrelevant. The company are losing money every single day. Every single car they sell, they lose money. They lose like Lucid. They lose, I think Lucid loses $100,000 or something like that every time it sells a car. That was going to be an amazing company as well. It's got no value whatsoever. It's going private. Faraday Future is the same. It's going to go private. It's going to be owned by a bunch of Arabs and you're going to get nothing on it. When that happens, retail investors get nothing, zero, nothing at all. Penny a stock. I mean, nothing. If we look at the actual numbers, if we got time in a moment, it says here that the stock is undervalued at $1.65. And the reason for that is we've got some manipulation. I'm going to show you now where we get those numbers from. The intrinsic value looks better than it really is because the company aren't reporting their filings. They're not reporting. They're doing things all underhand. Everything about this stock is all over the place. If you follow the earnings, and I've covered all the earnings, the CFO said we're not even trying to sell cars, we're trying to build a brand. He said that on his own earnings call. So from someone who just wants a simple answer, they look at that and go, it's undervalued. It's a great deal. You got to read more into it than that. So let's scroll down. If we look at its last earnings here, 23 million. It's got some nice projections of earnings, but it's not based upon anything. There's no real evidence that they're going to sell all these cars. If you can find me the evidence and show me the orders, then I'll look at it differently. But I've looked at the balance sheet and the numbers, and there's no pile of orders waiting in the corner to give FFIE a load of money. They were being forcibly evicted from their premises a few months ago because they couldn't pay the rent. How are they going to produce the cars if they're getting evicted? I mean, how does that work? Anyway, what else can I show you? The balance sheet, 579 million is the balance sheet. We've got 6 million cash. So we've got a bit of cash, and this isn't just a cash-rich business which just sits holding money like GameStop. It has some cash, but if we look over at the liabilities, the liabilities is nearly half of the assets, which isn't too bad. However, a third of it is long-term debt, 100 million debt. Now, rates are going to come down in the summer, I believe, 100%, but only by 0.25%, and then we might not get any more rate cuts for another 6 months. So rates are going to be up for a long period of time for this company. 31% of its liabilities is long-term debt, money they've already spent, money that's already done its job. The money's gone. They now got to pay interest on that money. That's a terrible situation to be in. Everything is losing money. Gross margin down 4,000%. Operating margin down 51%. I mean, what part of that looks good to you? These are diabolical figures. You couldn't make them any worse. Where's the investment opportunity? This free cash. And look at it. Red, 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 red. It couldn't be worse. Solvency, 26%. Doesn't get lower than that. 99.9% certain it's going bankrupt. 99% certain going bankrupt. Where is the opportunity to make money here? Profitability. Every car loses money. Where's the money coming from there? 15% profitability. Every single metric is negative. Bright red, not even amber. Wall Street, they don't even give it a target for low. They don't give it a target for high. They've got this random number here for an average return of 1,815%. On the basis of what I've just talked about, half the metrics are missing. We don't have a real good valuation on this. Now, if they've got some secret sauce, they've got all these customers waiting to buy their cars, they should reveal it. But they don't. I've covered the earnings. There's no big announcement that we're about to sell 1 million cars to anybody. There's no mention of it. Insiders did buy a short while ago. During the last 12 months, insiders bought $200. You heard me right, $200. That is a statement to fool anyone. But if you're daft enough to think that's a really exciting fact, insiders bought $200 worth of the stock. That's just ridiculous. No one in the company's got any money, and somebody thought they could get a bit of headlines with buying $200 worth of the stock. Because people wouldn't read the numbers. They'd go, insiders are buying. We can put that on a YouTube channel. We can get everyone to buy it. I'll tell you what, I'll buy $2,000. There you go. I'm the biggest insider of the lot. I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it? Tell you what, I'll do 20,000. How about that? It's nuts, absolutely nuts. 28% short interest, not enough volume, not going to short squeeze from here, nowhere near the volume. And there's my analysis. It all makes its way onto alpha spread, as you can see. 90 days, we had 32% positivity. Then it's gone down to 23%. Now it's down to 16%. And now there's no news today. I mean, the sentiment is going down and down and down. And the negative news is going up and up and up. I don't know where you see it coming from. There's nowhere here that is providing any sign to me that this stock is about to do well or give anyone a return or anything at all. I would rather shove my money down the toilet and flush it down. At least it might be funny for 2 minutes. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. There's Faraday Future. This was a question to an investor today. Andrew Sandoval, how's the difference? How's this different from FFIE? I was talking about Gamestop, and he thinks it's a great company, and I wanted to share my opinions with Andy on Faraday Future. No value whatsoever, and you could just buy great businesses like I have done, and you'll be. I'm going to hit $100,000 in the next few days, all from $5,000. Click above my head if you want more information. Click down below in the description, and over here I'll put more information in the series, charts and information on the stock, technical charts from Sensei, and playlists and on FFIE. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.